Hello guys, in this video we are going to cover 15 most important questions of SQL interview questions. So basically these questions are almost asked in every interview, as I gone through more than 15 interviews, but these questions are very common. So let's go to the first question. First question is you will always get a tables like this, table A, table B, and this type of data, and they will ask you to write inner, outer, left outer join and full outer join queries. So for outer join you have to first write out common elements, and one thing you always remember, that null is always a unique value. If there are null in both the tables, you cannot match null value to another null value. They are always a unique and distinct values. So for outer join, first we write down common elements like 1 matches to A, then 2 to both the 2 of table B, and then 4 to 4, and the remaining elements like 3 and 3 nulls and 4 and 5, they will all come along with it. So this will be the answer of outer join. So the next question is what is the inner join for the same data. So inner join is which is like common elements in both the tables. So 1 matches to 1, 2 matches to 2 of table B, and then again matches to 2 of table B, and then 4 matches to 4. So answer will be 1 to 2, 4. 3 should not come. Yeah, 3 will also come because 3 is also common in both tables. Next third question is the left outer join. So for left outer join you have to first write down common elements of both the tables like 1, 2, 3, 4, and only left from table A is null, because table A is our left table, so you have to give null. The next one is the right outer join. So in a right outer join you have to give first common elements between table A and table B. So these are the 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, and the remaining ones are in table B are null, null, and 5. Then they also come. So this way you can write outer join for this data. The next important question that always asks is you have to write SQL query for second highest salary. So there are two methods to write a SQL query for that. First one is using max function, like you first calculate max salary from table name, and you have to put less than symbol, and in the subquery you also put max salary, so it will give you second highest salary. The other one is you have to use common table expression. So then you can use dense rank function for it. Then the next question is the difference between the rank and dense rank and row number. It's very important question. It's usually asked in ETL interviews as well. So what happens in rank is if data is repeated, it will skip the sequence. For example, 1, 2, 2, 4. But in dense rank, it will not skip the sequence even if data is repeated multiple times. So like 1, 2, 2, 3, and row number is always sequential, like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's always incremental. And the next important question is the difference between group by and where clause. So you are mostly aware of this answer of this question. So first important thing is the having clause is always used with the group by clause, and where clause will never be used with it. And the second thing is we can use aggregate function like min, max, average, and sum with the group by clause, but not with the where clause. And where clause is only to filter rows, like single rows to filter, where having is used after group by on multiple rows. The next question which is asked very commonly is the how to improve performance of SQL query. So these are the points I highlighted in the form of points. You can read it from here by pausing the video. Next is the difference between clustered and non-clustered index. It's usually question asked when they asked you in how to increase the performance of SQL query. So what happened in clustered index is the elements are stored sequentially in the physical order. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And while in non-clustered index, elements are stored random, and random index is given to each element. The next question is what is primary and foreign key. So you are also aware of that. The primary keys are the unique IDs, so they can't be null and duplicate. On the other hand, foreign keys are used to just relation between two tables. So this is one of also important questions you should learn. Next is what are the wildcards in SQL. So generally, like function is used to define wildcards, and these are the characters you can use to write a query with the like operator. So percentage, underscore, and so on. The next question is some analytical functions in SQL. You are wonder like what are the analytical functions in SQL, but they are the analytical function like rank, dance rank, row number, first value, lag, and lead. So you have to be get ready for this question as well. The next question is what is the difference between subquery and correlated subquery? This question is also asked many times, and it is the main question for big four companies. So in what happens in subqueries, the inner query run first and then it will compare the result with the outer query. On the other hand, in correlated subquery, outer query run first and then it compare the result, with the input of inner query. The next question is the difference between union and union also. What happens in union is when you combine both tables, or you can join two tables, then the common elements are come only once, like intersection of those tables, but in union all it will comes as many of number times the try is repeated. The next SQL query they will ask you to write is the remove duplicates from table. So to remove duplicates from the table, you can use common table expression. For this you have to use a row number function for it. Select a name, comma, or any other column which you want, row number over partition by name and order by name, and then delete from result, or you can say delete from the whatever the common table expression name you given from which having greater than one value. So these are the 15 questions you should always remember, because these questions asked in every interview. It doesn't matter you are fresher or till you are 4-year or 5-year experience, because these questions are very important. Thank you so much for watching.